This is Girley S. Gumanao of the Davao del Norte State College to present our findings on the trophic mobbing of reef fishes on naturally spawned ova of Tridacna gigas in Samal Island, Philippines. Mobbing refers to the collective aggressive response by a group of potential prey animals to a predator. Mobbing in fishes also takes place when several individuals overwhelm the defense of a benthic area with a food resource that is guarded by a single or few individuals. When the purpose of forming an aggregation is to gain access to a food resource, the term trophic mobbing is used. In many fishes, the food targeted in mob attacks may be algae, coral, and ova of a nesting species. The first photo shows the aggregation of butterfly Chaetodon miliaris feeding on the benthic ova of Hawaiian sergeant Abodiphdaph abdominalis in Hawaii. And the second photo, Chaetodon clinii gobble up on the eggs of Abodiphdaph vigensis in Indonesia. This highlights the findings of Randell et al. In 2019 on the trophic mobbing of reef fishes. Natural spawning of giant clam Tridacna gigas was observed in Great Barrier Reef, Australia, and Papua New Guinea in 1984. During that time, only sperm was observed. In 2021, natural spawning of Tridacna gigas was observed in Samal Island, Philippines, and both sperm and ova were released that resulted to aggressive feeding of a variety of reef fishes. This is the first observation on the trophic mobbing of reef fishes on naturally spawned ova of Tridacna gigas. With the observations, this study aims to describe the trophic mobbing of reef fishes on naturally spawned ova of Tridacna gigas. The study was conducted in the Marine Reserve Park managed by the Davao del Norte State College. This is one of the giant clam restocking sites in the Philippines by the UP Marine Science Institute. Sampling was done using scuba between 1 to 6 p.m. prior to the full moon. We documented the events using camera and we get the photos and the videos. Here we present the results of the study. As shown in the photo, you'll see large restocked Tridacna gigas brood stacks more than 20 years of age and really big, almost a meter in size. We have observed natural spawning and both sperm and egg were released. This occurred between 3 to 6 p.m. in the afternoon prior to the full moon. These spawning events initiated when the Tridacna gigas excurrent siphon began to enlarge, as shown in the arrow. Reef fishes, Dichostudos perspiciliatus, in the upper part, and Thalassoma lunare are closely watching and waiting for something. As the thin streams of ova were released, the fish move closer to the released ova and starts to feed. You will see still the Dichostudos perspiciliatus and Thalassoma lunare feeding on the ova. This is an exciting part. As the spawning progressed, there were strong propulsions of copious ova. During this time, the fish, see, that is Dichostudos perspiciliatus being displaced with a strong release of the ova. but they immediately return to feed. See, so excited. When they return, they aggressively feed on giant clam ova. And there are additional reef fishes. You have Dictostudus perspiciliatus, Thalassoma lunare, Dacilus arowanos, and additionally Pentapudus tribitatus. The giant clam ova is visible as granulated gametes that is clearly seen in this photo. Trophic mobbing continues, and in figure A, you can see that there are a variety of reef fishes feeding on the giant clam ova. Additionally, there is Halichorus chloropteros, the one closer to the source of the ova. There is a clear competition among the variety of reef fishes in the coral reef ecosystems that is closely located near the giant clam Tridacna gigas. The Perspiciliatus closely guarded the clam's excurrent siphon, circling around and driving away other fish predators. This is shown in figures B to D. In the previous slide, I have featured the white damsel, Dictostudus perspiciliatus, as the one being the star in the predation of the giant clam ova. Here, we also features Pumacentros gramorhynchus that is dominating over the other species Chrysoptera oxysipala that is aggregating around it. It also showed similar competitive behavior as Dictostudus perspiciliatus. As shown in the photo, you will see that there is feeding and flocking in of Chrysoptera oxysipala that is above, aggregating around Pomacentros gramorhynchus, which is close to the excurrent siphon. I can say it's yummy, giant clam ova. Looking at the previous pictures, you will see the really delicious food of the reef fishes. In fact, feeding on giant clam ova often ended to biting of the excurrent siphon. Here in the photo, you'll see the T. gigas excurrent siphon with visible fish bites. With the observations, we can say that the giant clam gametes, particularly the ova, served as an important food resource for opportunistic feeders such as reef fishes, and this highlights the role of Tridacna gigas in the reef ecosystems. For more information, please access the article Trophic Mobbing of Reef Fishes on Naturally Spawned Ova of Tridacna gigas in Samal Island, Philippines by Gumanao, Edullantes, Sobradil, Lopez, and Anobong. This is published in Galaxia Journal of Coral Reef Studies and can be accessed to this link. I would like to acknowledge the following agencies and persons who contributed to the success and inspiration for the completion of this study. The DOST PICAARD, University of the Philippines Marine Science Institute, the Davao del Norte State College, the anonymous reviewers of the article, and the late Dr. Jack John E. Randall.